Listen closely to the most powerful sound in any boardroom. It is the sound of absolute silence. Most people are entirely terrified of this empty space. When they speak and they cannot instantly find the perfect English word, their subconscious brain immediately panics. They desperately try to fill that beautiful silence with nervous, meaningless garbage. They say they say ugh, they say like, they say you know. Welcome to Talk Evolve. I am your host, Sophia. Today, we are going to permanently delete these weak, insecure sounds from your daily vocabulary. We are going to completely replace them with the ultimate secret weapon of highly respected global leaders: the executive pause. Let us be brutally honest about your current reality. You can have the most brilliant, innovative idea in the entire corporate office. You can possess the absolute highest level of technical intelligence among all your peers. But if you present your golden $1,000,000 idea wrapped in nervous, shaky filler words, your authority instantly and completely evaporates. The executives in the room do not hear your profound intelligence. They only hear your deep internal insecurity. When you say or AA, you are secretly sending a highly damaging psychological signal to your listener. You are silently begging them, please do not interrupt me. I am still thinking of my next sentence. You are operating from a position of extreme, undeniable weakness. You are asking for constant permission to hold the floor. Now, look at the top 1% of highly successful global CEOs. Look at elite international diplomats during high-stakes negotiations. When they are asked a highly complex, aggressive question, they never rush. They absolutely never panic. They look their opponent directly in the eye. They take a slow, deliberate, deep breath, and they allow a heavy, confident, magnetic silence to completely fill the room. That specific silence commands absolute, undeniable respect. It subconsciously tells the audience, my words are incredibly valuable. They carry immense weight, and they are absolutely worth waiting for. It instantly shifts the entire power dynamic entirely in your favor. Why do you currently struggle with this simple concept? Because the traditional, broken academic system completely conditioned you to act like a responding machine. In school, they strictly taught you that verbal speed equals true fluency. They made you falsely believe that if you stop speaking, even for one single second, you have completely failed the oral test. This is a massive, highly toxic linguistic illusion. True executive fluency is not a high-speed, chaotic race. It is a graceful, perfectly controlled luxury vehicle. And every single high-end luxury vehicle requires extremely powerful, high-performance brakes. The executive pause is your ultimate mental brake. It allows you to navigate complex conversations with supreme, effortless elegance. In this premium masterclass, I am going to teach you how to completely and ruthlessly detox your daily speaking habits. I am going to show you exactly how to comfortably sit inside the heavy silence. You will learn how to deeply process your thoughts elegantly and privately without ever making a single nervous sound ever again. Prepare your mind and prepare your posture. Your transition from an anxious speaker to an authoritative global leader begins right now. Let us dive deeply into the exact mechanical structure of the executive pause. How do you actually execute this powerful technique under extreme corporate pressure? The very first step of this transformation is recognizing the biological trigger. Nervous filler words do not actually start in your mouth. They start deep inside your chest. When you are speaking and you suddenly feel a gap in your English vocabulary, your heart rate instantly and slightly increases. Your physical breathing becomes incredibly shallow. Your vocal cords tighten up defensively. This sudden physical anxiety forces the entirely out of your throat, like an uncontrollable biological reflex. To permanently destroy this, you must consciously train a powerful counter reflex. I call this advanced technique the silent anchor. When you are passionately speaking and your brain suddenly requires 2 full seconds to find the absolute correct English phrase, you must completely and instantly freeze your vocal cords. Do not let any random sound escape your lips. Instead, close your mouth slightly, firmly press your lips together, and take a slow, completely invisible breath, quietly through your nose. This invisible internal breath is your ultimate anchor. It instantly provides your brain with the rich biological oxygen it desperately needs to process the complex English vocabulary without ever vocalizing your internal cognitive struggle. While you are taking this silent, invisible breath, you must fiercely maintain strong, unbroken eye contact with your listener. This is the most critical rule. If you look down nervously at the floor, or if you search up frantically at the ceiling, while you pause, you will immediately look incredibly confused and highly incompetent. However, if you hold their gaze firmly, calmly, and intensely, while remaining completely, totally silent, you suddenly look incredibly thoughtful. You instantly look like a master corporate strategist who is carefully and deliberately selecting the most impactful, devastating words. Let us actively simulate this right here and right now. I am going to ask you a high-stakes, difficult question. I want you to physically feel the desperate urge to use a cheap filler word, but you will violently and completely reject it. You will look directly at the screen, take a deep, silent breath quietly through your nose, and fully embrace the empty, powerful space. Here is the interview question. Why should our elite company hire you over all the other highly qualified candidates? Hold the heavy silence. Breathe deeply. Do not make a single weak sound. Feel the raw, undeniable power of that executive pause. It feels highly uncomfortable initially, does it not? That specific discomfort is the exact feeling of your neurological brain fundamentally rewiring itself. You are aggressively breaking a lifelong, highly toxic communication habit. You must actively and aggressively practice this silent anchor in low-stakes, safe environments first. When you are ordering a premium coffee and the barista casually asks what you want today, do not ever say, I think I will have a black espresso. Look at them, perfectly pause for a full, deliberate second, and simply, confidently say, I will have a black espresso. You must ruthlessly remove the verbal trash from your life. Strip your daily sentences completely down to their pure, clean, elegant core. Every single time you successfully swallow an and gracefully replace it with a silent breath, you are actively and permanently leveling up your executive presence. In the next section, we are going to learn highly advanced psychological phrases. These are elite, premium, high-status sentences that you can strategically use to elegantly buy extra time when a silent pause is simply not long enough. Keep your mental focus incredibly sharp. Let us continue to evolve. Welcome to the third phase of your executive transformation. Sometimes a silent pause is simply not enough. Sometimes you are asked an incredibly complex, multi-layered question that requires deep, analytical thought. If you remain completely silent for 10 full seconds, it becomes incredibly awkward. This is exactly where top-tier communicators deploy verbal bridges. These phrases never sound defensive. They never sound like you are struggling. They sound like you are taking complete, authoritative control of the conversation. Prepare yourself. We are going to practice these using our deep shadowing method. I will deliver the premium phrase. You will take a slight pause, and you will repeat it with profound confidence. Let us begin. Imagine a client asks you a very difficult, unexpected question. Do not say, I do not know. Listen and shadow. That is an incredibly fascinating question. Let me consider that for a moment. The powerful phrase here is let me consider that. It shows deep respect for their question while officially granting yourself the absolute permission to think. Imagine. Your boss asks for your opinion on a highly complicated data report. Listen and shadow. There are several moving parts here. Let me break down my initial thoughts. The elite phrase is several moving parts. It immediately communicates that you completely understand the complexity of the situation, buying your brain crucial time to organize your actual response. Imagine someone presents a completely new, shocking idea during a professional meeting. Listen and shadow. That is a completely fresh perspective. Allow me a second to fully process that. The phrase, allow me a second to fully process that, is the ultimate executive move. It frames your silence, not as deep confusion, but as deep, profound intellectual engagement. Imagine you are asked to make an instant, high-stakes decision, and you desperately need more time. Listen and shadow. I want to be entirely precise with my answer. Let me review the facts briefly. The phrase, entirely precise, instantly signals to the room that you are a person of extremely high standards. They will gladly wait, in silence, for a high-standard, analytical answer. Imagine. You need to slowly gather your thoughts before delivering a very long, complex explanation. Listen and shadow. To give you a comprehensive answer, we need to look at the broader picture. The phrase, the broader picture, instantly elevates you from a low-level executing employee to a high-level, visionary executive thinker. My dedicated learners, do you physically feel the immense difference in the energy? These are not just random English words. They are advanced psychological shields. They perfectly protect your authority, while your internal software gracefully searches for the right vocabulary. When you successfully use these verbal bridges, followed immediately by a heavy executive pause, you become completely and entirely bulletproof. You dictate the pace. You completely control the rhythm. The entire room completely bends to your specific calculated timing. You are no longer frantically rushing to satisfy the audience. The audience is patiently and respectfully waiting to receive your highly valuable insights. This is the absolute, pure definition of undeniable speaking power. In our final, concluding section, I am going to give you your strict, non-negotiable homework to guarantee this operating system is permanently installed in your brain. Do not lose focus now. We are almost at the absolute top of the mountain. Welcome to the final stage of our deep executive detox. You now possess the profound psychological understanding of the silent anchor. You have successfully acquired the elite verbal bridges. The only thing left is relentless, aggressive, daily execution. Theoretical knowledge without aggressive physical execution is completely useless. You cannot build vocal muscle memory by simply passively watching a video. You have to aggressively step into the real arena and actually perform. Starting this exact minute, I am officially putting you on a strict, unbreakable filler word diet. For the next 24 hours, you are completely forbidden from using the weak words hn, like if you catch yourself about to use one of these pathetic sounds, you will forcefully bite your tongue. You will take that silent, invisible breath deep through your nose. You will completely embrace the empty, heavy void. It will feel highly unnatural. You will definitely feel a strange, uncomfortable pressure in your chest. Let that immense pressure build. That is the exact, beautiful friction of weakness leaving your body, an absolute, elite authority taking its permanent place. Your strict, mandatory homework for today's executive masterclass is very simple. Choose exactly one elite verbal bridge from our shadowing practice today. Just one phrase. Go down to the comment section immediately and type that precise, elegant phrase. Do not translate it. Do not overthink it. Simply type it out to officially lock it permanently into your executive operating system. By typing it publicly, you are officially signing a contract with your own future. If this intensive session completely shattered your old insecurities and elevated your entire professional communication strategy, you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button with absolute authority. Subscribe to Talk Evolve immediately. We are not just teaching vocabulary. We are actively engineering the absolute top 1% of confident global communicators. I am Sophia. Protect your silence, always command your space, and continue to evolve. I will see you in the next session.